coming to you with another bedtime story. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed the Sunday school videos that I sent to you and that you were able to watch them and work through the parent cards with your parents. Um, I'm sending them every week, so if you have questions or you need something else, please let me know. I wish we could be together, but since we can't, we will just continue to do our bedtime stories and our Zoom lunches and be together in those ways until we can be back together again. So, the story that I've chosen for you tonight is another Caldecott Medal winner, which is an award for picture books. And this one is an older story, but it's one of our favorites in this house, and it's called Where the Wild Things Are. Where the Wild Things Are. It's a story about a little boy with a fantastic imagination. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind or another, chasing his dog down the stairs. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating dinner. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around him. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, and they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Look at Max being all wild. I imagine some of you are acting that way at home, being a little wild thing, not being able to get out much. Are you hanging from trees like the wild things are? Looks like they're having quite a party. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. The wild things cry, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Do you think he really sailed away to a magical island? I think it was just in his imagination. I bet some of you have great imaginations when you play with your brothers and your sisters or your friends. I wonder what kind of amazing adventures you can go on in your imagination in your backyard. I know my kids have used their tower as a rocket ship and their trampoline to launch them into outer space, and we've had so much fun playing all the things they can think of. NBC Kids, you are so loved, and I hope you rest well and sleep well, and we will see